Hi my gardening angels, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Jess, and today we are going to be talking about how to take care of a cut succulent arrangement. So this is an arrangement that I made in a previous video. I will link it up here in the card and then down in the description box below if you want to go check it out, how I put it together. But essentially I planted this up with cuttings, which I have a few here, but essentially that just means that I cut the succulent off from its root base. So succulents have a really great ability to regrow back. And so this is also the method that I love to use for propagation. And again, if you're interested in that method, go check out this video because you will love how fast your succulents grow when you cut them. But this is a beautiful sedum that I just cut from its root base in the pot. It just was growing like this, right? And I cut it off here, and then you can just stick this in your arrangements, and it makes arranging so easy. But this is one that I had all cuttings for, and it has been several weeks now. I don't know exactly how long. I'll put it on the screen here, but or maybe over here. But it's been several weeks, and this arrangement is still looking beautiful. And I wanted to show you and kind of give you some tips and tricks on how to take care of this and keeping it looking beautiful. So this is one of our succulents here. And if I can get the background, you can see all of these really good roots that are starting to grow. So these succulents will re-root themselves back into the soil. I put down the top dressing first and then shoved the succulents through the top dressing with a little chunk of stem just like this. I don't have them flat against the succulent. I try to give a little bit of a stem so that the roots do grow back. And all of them have this. So this one has that nice stem, but it doesn't have any roots growing yet, and that's totally fine. Some of them are going to take a little bit longer than others in order to grow their roots, so you just have to be patient with them. Now, I watered this for the first time a few days ago, and I just tried to focus kind of around where the plants are, just at their base, to try to give them a little bit of something. Oh, see, so like this one also has a few good roots growing. So they will grow back. You do want to take your cuttings when the succulent has been freshly watered. And so you don't want to take them when the succulent's already struggling and dried out. You want to make sure that all of that water has absorbed into the leaves before you take the cuttings so that they have the best chance at growing roots into their new environment. The biggest thing with this is err on the side of caution and water less. Less is more in this case. The biggest problem that I see people have with succulent arrangements and just taking care of succulents in general is that they always overwater it. So do not water this unless you absolutely have to. So the other thing is that, and you can kind of start seeing it on these kalanchoe leaves here, is they are starting to get a little bit wrinkly. And so this one has a good example here. It's not stiff, it's very flexible. You can see the wrinkles in it. There's probably very few roots. This one's actually pretty stuck in, but I do see a root. So I'm gonna leave that one. Like I said, I just watered this a few days ago. The thing with succulent arrangements using cuttings is that it's going to get worse before it gets better. So it's going to look beautiful when you arrange it, and then as the succulent starts to grow its roots and grow into the actual arrangement, the succulents are going to start kind of going downhill a little bit, and you're going to see these wrinkly leaves. And a lot of people, and this is how everyone teaches how to water your plants, is when they see these wrinkly leaves, they're thirsty. That's kind of the main rule. However, with succulent cuttings, you don't want to just keep watering it if these leaves don't bounce back after you water it in a few days, because you're still going to potentially lead to rot. It just might be that the plant doesn't actually have the ability to absorb that water yet. And so by continuously watering your succulent arrangement, you're probably going to lead it to rot, even though it looks like it's thirsty. So the biggest thing is only water this when it is completely bone dry. Stick a skewer in the soil and see if wet soil comes out, put your finger in it, whatever, but make sure that you are not watering this unless it is completely dry first. That is the biggest thing. The other thing is especially with succulents like this, they are going to really like bright light, and so you're going to want to keep them in a bright sunny location to keep them from stretching out. And then the other thing is especially after they're growing roots, they're probably going to use the nutrients that are already in some of their leaves. And so you are going to have the occasional dead leaf. Like this one, we already have a dead leaf in here. So just clean up your succulents. When you see those dead, completely dry leaves, usually at the bottom of your succulent, you can just remove those and kind of keep it clean. That's going to also help, it's going to help make your succulent arrangement look really pretty, but also it's going to help deter pests like mealybugs, and they just really like to live in kind of that dead, crunchy material. So definitely clean it up as you go. Don't water very often, and your succulents will grow into the soil that you planted them into, or medium, whether that be moss or soil, either one. Your succulents will grow roots into this, but they will start to look a little bit wrinkly before they look better. I hope this video helps you guys keep your succulent arrangements happy and healthy and looking fresh and new, and letting your succulents kind of grow in for months to come. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.